Hi kindergarten, guess what? It's our last week of math videos. Can you believe it? I'm certainly going to miss making these videos for you. And I know my husband Mark is probably gonna miss being my cameraman and my director. We are gonna do, mostly this week, we're gonna be focusing on measurement. Does anyone know what this is called? It's called a ruler. I wonder what we do with a ruler. We're gonna come back to that. How about this? Oops, it's upside down. Do you know what this is called? This is called a tape measure. A ruler you'll probably use in school to measure things that are less than 12 inches. A tape measure, you might see someone at your house, a mom, dad, aunt, or uncle. They might be using a tape measure to measure something. Such like I wanted to measure the counter here, I would put the tape measure here, and then I hold it. And then I could go over here and I could see, oh, it's 33 inches long. A lot of carpenters use this and they keep it on their tool belt. We're not gonna be using the tape measure though. And believe it or not, we're not even gonna use a ruler. We're gonna use something today called non-standard measurement. In that new packet that you just got a couple weeks ago, it's stapled. I even colored mine. You're gonna look for this. There's 4 sheets. You are going to take the first one off and you're gonna set this one aside. You're gonna need it later. You're gonna need your scissors. And watch how I cut this out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on that dotted line. This is a standard. But I'm not done yet. I need to cut very carefully around this rectangle. If you want to, you can have an adult do the cutting. But I bet you guys, being almost first graders, are able to do this too, as long as you take your time. Set that aside. This is our non-standard measuring unit we're gonna use. They're little flowers. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 little flowers. You're gonna put your name on this paper. And I'm actually gonna turn mine this way, so I'm gonna have to be doing it upside down. Hopefully my cameraman will let me know if we can't see or not. Then I am going to measure. When I measure, I need to start at the very edge of my object, such as the ladybug. They even gave you some lines. If I was to draw a line right here, I could see that it's the very edge. I wouldn't want to measure it like this because that wouldn't be an accurate measurement. We're going to talk a little bit more about this later. So I'm going to measure it starting at where that line is, and then I'm going to stop at the top where the arrow is, because that is the length of this ladybug. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put a 3 in there. You're going to be finishing this paper by yourself, but I want to go over a little bit more about the importance of making sure you start at the edge. So I'm going to take my mouse right here. If I was going to measure my mouse, I would not want to just put that flower non-standard measurement anywhere. Do you see? Because if I was to count, and even if I was to stop right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I would say, hey, guess what? It's 7 flowers long. But that's not accurate because look at, I didn't start right at the edge. So I'm going to move it right up And it's going to be right at the edge. And then I'm going to stop it right here. So now that looks amazing. I will get an accurate measurement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first time I said 7, but I wasn't very right. It's important to get an accurate measurement because when you get to be older and you want to measure things in your house, like the size of windows you have, so that you can have curtains or blinds, you don't want to get them too short or even too long. So that's why we're starting with non-standard right now. So your job is to get this taken care of and cut out, finish the ladybug, the kite. Look at how long the kite is. The birdhouse, the flower, and then the bunny. And write down how many non-standard units it is. Each one of these little flowers counts as 1 unit. Then challenge yourself and go to the back. Draw a line like this. And I want you to find 2 things that you can draw that are smaller than 10 units of flowers, such as I could have picked my mouse. My mouse is red, so I'm going to get my red crayon. I'm not going to trace it. I'm going to do my best to draw it. I'm looking at it, so that really helps. Then it has that in it. And we measured it. And Mrs. Anderson already forgot, so I'm going to measure it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put 5 nice and big flowers. Flowers. Because I hear the Z at the end.
Spell check.
But I know that there's more than one, so I'm going to put an S. And boys and girls, guess what? My cameraman just said spell check. Guess what? He needs to go back to kindergarten. Tell me the sounds in flowers.
Silly me.
Silly Mr. Anderson. He forgets about that stuff. So, your job, do the front and do 2 more on the back. Thanks so much. Bye.